Hello, I'm Mike Gordon. Welcome back to my perfect playthrough of Pokemon Crystal. And today we are going to be continuing on our climb up the Bell Tower with our low 40 Pokemon team. Lantern will be my star and will be basically my special powerhouse. Followed by Primeape, who will be a physical sweeper, equipped with Focus Band to survive a switch-in. And finally, Meganium, who will be my main staller. And I accidentally misclicked there. We are taking on the low 40 Bell Tower. And yep, let's go. I don't really have a whole lot more to say. So yeah, I'm just gonna go battle these trainers, and this Executor luckily does not know any grass type moves. I actually had to look it up online, and no, he doesn't have any grass type moves. So it's better to stay in with Lantern and hit him with Ice Beam. Gives us an Egg Bomb, which has an annoyingly long animation. An Egg Bomb is treated as a normal type move for some reason. Guess because Chansey could learn it too, I guess? I don't know. Kingdra, I don't really have anything to deal with them, so I'm gonna stay in with Lantern. And take a Hyper Beam. See how much Ice Beam does? Not enough. So I swapped him out to Lantern since it's a free switch-in due to Hyper Beam. I'm gonna hit him with Toxic and just hope I can take a Blizzard. I can by the skin of my teeth. Got it with Protect now, and I should so I could stall him out with Toxic Poison. And Meganium is actually quite good at the Bell Tower due to his moveset being able to just stall out opponents. And thanks to Blizzard Miss, I get to use Protect again and just stall and burn out his blizzards. And I'm now almost at full health. And another Blizzard Miss, thank God. Blizzard has about a 30% chance of freezing every time it lands. So in addition to dealing with 120 base power, but with 85% accuracy, you also have to deal with 30% freeze hacks. And this Charizard literally can't do shit to me. And sure, I probably should have. And guess what? I'm gonna set up my win condition doing this. I protect the first, because I got him on a fly loop, I can set up my win condition super easily. Now he does know Flamethrower, so of course I'm gonna use Protect here, but obviously he's just gonna use Fly. So I'm gonna Leech Seed him. I don't think I can take another fly in the face. But Leech Seed and Toxic Poison should finish the job just fine. So I went with Giga Drain. I'm gonna use Fly. So now I get him on a fly loop. And get to protect the fly. I recover some damage. And I will his health away to nothing. And there is nothing he can do about it. I don't think any of these trainers have any comprehension of the ability of swapping out their party members for something better. But even if they did, Charizard's his last Pokemon. And that's game, set, a match. And there we go. Battle Tower sure is a tough place, ain't it? It's honestly a damn shame that these stall wars is probably the main reason this is gonna take quite a while to wrap up the Battle Tower. I mean, it's the way the games are designed at the end of the day. Anyways, I use Rain Dance. So I could... Lantern has Mystic Water, so with Stab plus Mystic Water plus Rain Dance, you get quite a bit of damage multipliers here, to the point that it's more like 3 or 4 times damage at this point. And I have Thunder on my back burner. However, I can't really deal with Snorlax very well due to Snorlax's bulky special defense. So I'm gonna go Cross Chop and see how much damage that does. A shit ton of damage. Please don't paralyze. I think that's like a 10% chance to do so. Nope. And I'm Hyper Beaming right here because I'm pretty sure Primeape is dead next turn. Monster Charge, and there's the Steel. I don't have very good options for dealing with Scizor since you can't talk. Since Steel types are immune to Poison type attacks, and you can't, and thus Toxic Stall ain't gonna work. So I went Rain Dance. And Scizor can't do a whole lot to me for some reason. But I hit him with Thunder, which actually gives me Parahacks. If Lantern survives this, I can probably take him out the next 2 turns. That's exactly what I do. And no need changing out attacks because it's a 3-turn kill regardless of what I use. So, yeah. And there is an item clause where you can't have the same items on multiple Pokemon. So one Pokemon has leftovers, the others have to have something else instead. So I decided to take my chances with Porygon 2 with Rain Dance. Porygon 2 can have this annoying ability of changing its attack type, but he changed into a Dragon type for some reason. And so I decided to just hit him for super effective damage with Ice Beam. Unfortunately, Porygon 2 is kind of a force of nature, in Gen 2. Highly versatile moveset, leans more heavily towards the special side. Knows a shit ton of different moves, and oh yeah, he's bulky. So Tauros is our next Pokemon up on the docket. And let's see how much return does to us. Damn. But I got the Parahacks, and that was what I was gunning for. So I decided to swap in Primeape and hope he can take a return. Or a Hyper Beam, wow. Return deals damage based on how much the Pokemon loves his trainer. However, his return's base power caps off at around 120 something. Hyper Beam's 150. And that's with Force Stab. There really isn't anything I could do other than just let Primeape die. So I could safely swap him out. Sludge Bomb is definitely annoying, but you know what? Dugtrio has virtually no HP. And he can't two-shot me, so Giga Drain should be shit safe. And indeed, that's true. If he lands a critical hit, I will still have health remaining. And I got poison as well, but it doesn't matter. Giga Drain will finish him off and I will win the match. Your Pokemon will be healed to full health. Okay. Well, can we begin? Alright. And now we are going to go Rain Dance on Hypno. Let's see what he has. Headbutt. Sure, why not? Got him with Thunder. Not enough to two-shot him. And even poison, so I'm going to swap out to Surf. Which should be the strongest move that I have, because Surf has Stab, it has Mystic Water, and it has Rain Dance boosting it. And I decided I'm just gonna take the Electabuzz with my Lantern, who's Water Electric type, and just go with Surf. As I really don't like my chances swapping in Meganium or Primeape to deal with them. But last Pokemon is Omastar, and that's a very, very, very easy swap to Meganium. Omastar is Water Rock type, which means Giga Drain deals 6 times damage. And Curse doesn't do jack shit to mitigate that. It deals 6 times damage because he's quad weak to grass type moves. And Giga Drain is Stab. So 360 damage. Anyways, our next poke, and we are just gonna keep on breezing through these. All you get is 5 of copies of a random vitamin for clearing each individual floor. But this is a perfect playthrough, so I gotta do this. I'm just gonna use Surf without any subs because Charizard knows Dragon Rage, which will hurt like hell. And swaps are not exactly safe here. I mean, when I used Meganium to Toxic Seed him to death, I did this because he had to swap into Charizard after I had Meganium. Meganium doesn't really have any safe swap-ins this time around. Scizor, okay. Now I'm gonna go Rain Dance, Bug Steel type, so Thunder and Surf are the ideal moves to use here. I'm gonna go for Surf and hope for the 2-shot because I will not be able to survive for 3 whole turns. Alright, I'm definitely gonna get the 2-shot. Good. And depending on what the last Pokemon happens to be, I'll choose to either swap out or keep Lantern in and hope for the best. Kingdra, okay. I might as well just stay in and, Nope, doesn't matter, Kindra's faster than me. And I swapped out in Primate to use Toxic so I don't have to worry about Meganium getting punished. I want to deal some easy damage, early easy damage, and so set Meganium up for success. We go Hyper Beam here because Primate has no shot surviving this. And I think this is the first I was sent to my very last Pokemon as well. Oh, nope, never mind. I have 1 HP left. And he is... oh, never mind. Focus Band, you sure decided to work your magic at the most inopportune time, did ya? So I'm just gonna go Protect to take a Blizzard and hope that Toxic deals enough damage that I could fish it off with Giga Drain. No, I'm gonna go Leech Seed now. Blizzard Miss, good. And now I feel safe and confident I can. Well, it doesn't matter, I'll just use Protect. And that's it. Meganium pulled through for me in the end. Anyways, we just got one more battle left. Now, what's more interesting is that the Battle Tower works a bit differently in Crystal version than they did in Japan versus in the rest of the world. As the Battle Tower is dependent on that cell phone adapter thing, which was how you were supposed to get Celebi in Japanese Crystal. Anyways, it's supposed to be highly dependent on, I'm just gonna keep using Surf here. On your ability to connect to the internet in order to shift and update the teams and whatnot. But in Crystal, the Battle Tower is just available right from the start and you don't have to do anything. However, only the first 40 levels are available to you right from the start. Levels 50 and above, which is what I'm covering right now, are only available to you after you have beaten the champion, Lance, and unlock the rest of Kanto. So past level 4, so level 50 and above is literally post-game exclusive. So I got the Parahacks like I wanted, so I can safely go for Surf. Good. And Executor. All Executor has access to his Egg Bomb, so I just gotta stay in with Lantern and hope I can 2 or 3 shot him with Ice Beam. Yeah, it looks like I got 2-shot this guy. Just soloed his entire team with just my Lantern. Anyways, now we are at the final trainer. And for those of you who have not tuned in the previous episode, each trainer operates their level. Each level actually has its own pool of Pokemon, where their moves, their stats, and everything is completely set in place. The only thing that's truly randomized are the trainers themselves, as what teams they use have no correlations to what the trainers who you happen to be meeting with. Which is why you can encounter a Fire Breather who uses all water types. Or a Hiker who uses bugs and normal types. None of my moves are really gonna matter much because Conversion 2 if he sees fit to use it. So I decided, okay, he's not going to use Conversion 2, so I'm swapping out my Primate. And how Primate can take a Psybeam, so I could cross-chop it. It can. Good. And that's a 2, and that was one hell of a cross chop right there. And I'm gonna use Toxic on Wobbuffet now because Wobbuffet has Safeguard. And Wobbuffet's kind of annoying to deal with because of Counter, Mirror Coat, and Destiny Bond. Though at this point, Destiny Bond doesn't matter a hell of beans, and he's badly poisoned, so Safeguard's useless. Safeguard's useless because he's badly poisoned already. What that does is protects Wobbuffet from stats effects like poison or sleep. So by just Toxic and seeing and wailing him down, I'm taking away the usefulness of Mirror Coat or Counter. Counter counters physical moves, Mirror Coat counters special moves. And that's it. I literally swapped out Beginnium for Lantern so I avoid getting hit with Mirko. Level 40 is complete now. And with that, we are ready to move on to level 50. Now these boys took quite some time to level grind for. And I'm really only grinding up levels to cover however long it would take to complete an episode's length. I assumed it could probably speed through the first 50 levels last time, which was about as far removed from the reality as things could get. So I adjusted it so, okay, I had a bit of fluff and filler to start the previous episode, so I'm guessing I could maybe get things done in 40 levels here. So level 50 are the rooms on the left are all post-game rooms. Now, I'm not sure what each of the individual doors are supposed to lead to. So if I had to take a guess, I would not be surprised if some of the Battle Tower functionality was going to take into account other Japanese players playing each other off of a Wi-Fi or modem, or an internet modem. And that would have been one of the neat things. However, the multiplayer if that's the case, then the multiplayer functionality of Crystal's Battle Tower has been removed. So I swapped out Tyranitar for Gengar, because Gengar's literally the only Pokemon that can deal with Skarmory. But Thunderbolt. And I got and he's paralyzed. Fully paralyzed. So other than the sandstorm, I should be good. So, oh yeah, I forgot to show off what my team was, wasn't it? Well, Gengar here, who's my second Pokemon, is basically my special sweeper. Glass cannon, but though not as big a glass cannon as Alakazam. Has some interesting resistances and immunities, but I gotta swap Snorlax back in. This is the same Snorlax. I believe this was either the same Snorlax that I actually caught at Vermilion City, or I bred a new Snorlax and got a level 50 for that. I actually forgot. Actually, yes, it is the same Snorlax I caught at Vermilion City, because the only change I did was I taught him Curse. And of course, the sandstorm subsided, which really fucking sucks. This is only the second Pokemon man. And he has like a Mint or Miracle Berry, too. Oh, never mind. He doesn't have a Mint or Miracle. Oh, yeah, he does. So I definitely know he's just gonna use Rest again, so I decided to use Earth Curse. Another Curse. Now, in hindsight, I probably could have doubled or tripled up on Curses at this point to ensure the one-shot. Now this Houndoom should wake up any second now, so I'm just gonna Earthquake him now. Unlike in Gen 1 or even the future generations, Rest in Generation 2 does not last for 2 turns. It will last anywhere from 2 to 6 turns, as if you put him to sleep yourself. But Gen 3 onwards, they brought it back to what was supposed to be in Gen 2, which is Gen 1, which is 2 turns flat. Body Slam for Slowking. I think Snorlax is definitely the powerhouse of the team, very flexible. However, this Ian is absolutely insanely busted. Scientist Nickel was defeated. Your Pokemon will be healed to full health and level 20 ready. So Alexander sends out Starmie. So yeah, Snorlax here is my big bad wall. I'm gonna swap out for Gengar here because Starmie knows Thunder Wave, and I could safely swap Gengar into it because he has a Paralysis Cure Berry. Sadly, he's not faster than Starmie. But I have a very interesting trick up my sleeve for my lovely Gengar. Hey man, Starmie knows her cover too. That sucks. So I have no choice to keep spinning Thunderbolt until he dies. And that should be enough to finish the job. Try as I might, Starmie cannot close the gap between us. So yeah, I'm just gonna... Our Gengar was nowhere close to dying, so I'm gonna swap out for Snorlax. I'm going to just use a couple curses so I could survive Explosion in case Electra decides to do that. That would count as a loss for the opponent, but is the AI opponent smart enough to know that? I'm already way slower than Electra, so boosting up on curses ain't gonna make any difference to me. Alright, I'm getting a little nervous. So I'm gonna go use rest here. I should, and then I'm going to just spam Earthquake over and over again until he uses it. This should completely bypass paralysis hacks. And I think our Earthquake should be strong enough to one-shot the Electrode. Snorlax is fast asleep, and I finally got Earthquake. And shockingly, I was able to outspeed Electrode. Probably because Electrode decided to use Mirror Coat for some reason. Which is a bottom priority move. So Kingdra's out and about, so I'm just gonna go Body Slam him. I think Snorlax is good for the rest of this battle. No critical, good. And I didn't paralyze, but I did force him to use a gold berry. And I'm easily able to tank a second surf to hit him with body slam again. And our next Pokemon trainer is this lady here, who I think is a Pokefan. What is she gonna be running this time around? Go Snorlax. Alright. I can tank those sludge bombs super easily, and if I get poisoned, I could just rust it off. Alright. Depending on how much, does basically nothing. So he has to recharge too. Body Slam the frail ass Trio. I think the only Pokemon that can absolutely tank Snorlax is Skarmory. It's even Earthquake can hit Scizor for neutral. Because now Scizor is already naturally faster than my Snorlax, so trying to max out on curses ain't gonna be too bad. And unlike in Gen 1, critical hits in Gen 2 do not ignore stat buffs. But you can tell that Scizor's attacks do way more damage to it than Dugtrio's. And fair point. I'm gonna spam Earthquake to deal for. And and my 6 curses was enough to one-shot Scizor with Earthquake. Earthquake is super effective against Steel types, but Bug types also resist Ground type moves. Alright, depending on where I'm at will depend on whether or not I stay in. Body Slam. Let's see if that's good. Wow. Swept with Snorlax. You could tell I was kind of surprised. So we're battling a hiker, I'm assuming. No, Pokefan. Girafarig. So Gengar's not gonna be. Well, actually, it would be kind of helpful, but Psychic type. And it knows Earthquake as well. So I'm hoping is that Body Slam paralyzes Girafarig, and I got critted. It doesn't crit, so, but it is a 2-shot, so Snorlax is gonna finish the job with Body Slam. Body Slam's base power is 85, plus stab equals like 127, about the same strength as max out return, in fact. unfortunately swapped out for Gengar because Skarmory completely tanks Snorlax. Honestly, it makes me glad I did not spam Curse earlier. As Skarmory is completely immune to ground type moves, being part flying type, and resists Body Slam, and is incredibly bulky in its own right. I mean, it says a lot just how much Ash's Cyndaquil struggled against Skarmory. Probably one of the most important filler episodes of the Johto saga, as it's actually a character development episode that's about getting Ash's Cyndaquil to be able to conjure up his flame on command. Definitely one of my favorite Johto episodes. And I fully anticipate, and I swapped Gengar in just so I could Destiny Bomb Slowking and not deal with the tedium of trying to weaken him. Gengar was already playing weak anyway, so why not? Please let me win, please. I say that all the time when I play poker. Still amazes me that actually happened Monday night. So I'm just going to once again bolster up my curses. I do know that this Houndoom knows rest and is naturally faster than me, so what I'm gonna do is set myself up. Or I get a critical hit. That works too. So I'm gonna try to Body Slam this Starmie and get it to waste his got Parahacks, come on. Or I might turn a Parahacks here, Starmie. And she ain't paralyzing. No, I'm not gonna swap out Gengar and just and then Destiny Bond with Starmie. And note that I also have Blissey in my team, which is kind of interesting to say the least. I'm swapping Gengar out because Starmie's gonna have to spam Recover. And our Gengar is actually slower. Wait, that was a speed tie? Alright, so I got the Parahacks. So Blissey's kinda interesting. And this is actually the reason why I have Blissey, is to deal with Shuckle here. Shuckle here has access to Sandstorm, Wrap, Toxic, and is also the reason why my... Oh, come on, use and the fucking Toxic! So Sandstorm, Wrap, Toxic, and I forgot... Oh yeah, he has Rest. So an annoying ass Staller. Unfortunately, because he has Rest, I gotta swap out for Gengar right about sooner rather than later. He's not gonna use Rest unless he absolutely needs to. So it's imperative that I stall out for a little while with my Blissey. Just long enough for Toxic to deal more damage than what its leftovers is recovering. Alright, I gotta swap out Gengar now, and Gengar actually tanks almost all of Shuckle's moves. Toxic does nothing because Gengar's part poison type. Wrap, he's immune to Wrap because Gengar's a ghost type and is immune to normal type moves. All he can really do offensively is spam Sandstorm. And he's dealing more than enough damage for me to try to finish him off with Ice Punch. Skier Lancaster was defeated. And for number 6, it is. Alright, first up on the docket is Lapras. And I don't really have any good safe switching options here, so I'm just gonna go by slam him until I confuse him. And this is why, Confuse Ray. And of course I hurt myself in confusion, but so I swap out Snorlax for Gengar. And I get hit with Blizzard. Please don't freeze. Good. And I go ahead and spam Thunderbolt on him. And now I got the Parahax. And a Blizzard Miss. And a Goldberry recovery, but that shouldn't be enough. Thunderbolt does enough to finish the job. Okay, now I have to swap out Gengar for Snorlax because, well, all Electro really has is Mirror Coat, which he uses for some reason against my Snorlax. Thunderbolt and Explosion. Oh, come on. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep spamming Curse. So when my Snorlax goes first, it means he's using Mirror Coat. I mean, he keeps spamming Mirror Coat. And I got Parahax. Now, even if he does blow himself up, my Snorlax is now quite the tank. Oh, come on. Alright, let's do Earthquake. Come on! About fucking time. And there we go. Earthquake, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to deal with Crobat, but Gonna swap him out for Gengar, and hopefully there's no Confuse Ray. And of course it's a Confuse Ray, because of course there's always a Confuse Ray. Alright, the move I want to use here is actually Thunderbolt, because Thunderbolt can paralyze. No, it doesn't, but I'm faster, and it... No, I'm not faster. The Crobat can't do anything to my Gengar, so I'm just trying to spam Thunderbolt. And luckily I didn't get any Confuse hacks. But if I did, I'd probably have just followed up with like Destiny Bond or something. What Destiny Bond does is it actually faints is on the same turn that you use it. The Pokemon that faints you will faint as well. And is a notoriously tricky move to work around in the anime. So I'm gonna go spam Curse because Slowking can't really do much of anything to me. And again, Snorlax has decent special defense bulk, not so much physical bulk, which is why Curse is so important. In completely neutralizing physical moves. And Byaslame doesn't even one-shot! Come on! Alright, and next up is Fortress. Bud Steel type. The only move I can really do anything with is Earthquake. And it's a 3-turn kill. Or I'm Toxic Poison, which means I'm probably gonna need to... Alright, and... Of course he used Swagger. Alright, let's go Earthquake. And unless it's Skarmory, I'm probably gonna stay in. Well, actually, it depends on what I run into. It doesn't have to be Skarmory. Steelix. Guess I will have to stay in because none of my other Pokemon can deal with him. But I got an idea, actually. Gengar, I can... Steelix throws Earthquake. If Gengar can tank that, I can Destiny Bond him. By the skin of my teeth, Sandstorm. Skin of my teeth, Destiny Bond. Quick and easy. So we both faint, and I win the battle with 2 Pokemon to spare. And with that, we completed the level 54s. And strangely enough, it was mostly a Snorlax and Gengar ramp. round, as I basically had no use for Blissey, with only with the lone exception being to deal with Shuckle. So I'm depositing the level 50s and keeping the level 60s in my team. And I have to do this! As annoying as it may be, because there's no option to select the Pokemon on your team. So here's my main powerhouse, on the physical side, Earthquake. With the standard powerhouse equips, Quick Claw and Dragonite because it's slow, wing attack, outrage surf, and extreme speed. A mixed attacker. And my special sweeper and Starmie. Very, very straightforward. Well, it's a shame that I don't have any Destiny Bond strats, but that requires a very tricky team setup to work around. Oh yeah, something worth noting is that starting with level 50, you will be able to run into legendary birds on occasion. On the 50th floor, you will run into Zapdos and Articuno. Level 60 is just Zapdos, and interestingly enough, the legendary beasts never make an appearance on these floors. Neither do Mewtwo, Mew, Lugia, Ho-Oh, and Celebi. Though to be fair, those Pokemon are available only on level 70 or above. But yeah, starting at level 50, you will start running into the legendary birds on occasion. Regardless, they will not be registered in your Pokedex as seen if you do choose to battle them. So I swapped out for Starmie so I could one-shot the Rhydon with Surf. And hindsight, probably should have swapped out for Dragonite, but I was hoping to deal to one-shot. And there's the legendary bird, Zapdos, who appears quite often in the upper floors. And I don't really have much choice but to swap in Tyranitar. Tyranitar and Dragonite will both deal neutral damage from Thunderbolt. But this is the only thing that will completely neutralize the rest of Zapdos' moveset. Which in turn keeps Zapdos fairly predictable and pedestrian. And I need to be able to take one more Thunderbolt. No paralysis, please. So, yep, I'm just spamming Thunder Rock Slide here. And, yeah, I'm gonna swap out for Dragonite because Sand Slash's only stab move is Earthquake, and the rest of his moves are normal moves. So I need something that can actually withstand a few slash attacks. In a Hyper Beam. Otherwise, I'm gonna go extreme speed to ensure the one shot, the two shot. And that's one trainer down. Man, these battles are getting longer and longer. Alright, so I'm just gonna go swap out for... Come on, Supersonic, really? I'll swap back in for Tyranitar because Aerodactyl just decided to use Supersonic. No Supersonic. Gonna hit with Stab Crunch, which doesn't deal a whole lot, but... And of course that was the move I was trying to avoid last time I swapped into Dragonite. So I'm just gonna go keep Tyranitar to fish off Aerodactyl. Alright, so Blastoise, I definitely don't want to deal with Tyranitar. Definitely don't want to deal with Dragonite either because Blastoise knows Blizzard. So gotta swap in a Pokemon that can tank all of his attacks. So Thunderbolt Starmie. Oh, okay, he does take Earthquake. All of his Pokemon know Earthquake. Yeah. I'm so freaking tired, man. I'm so tired. I can't wait to finish filming this series. You know what, I just might decide to just finish up the Battle Tower tomorrow. Regardless of how long it takes to get there. So yeah, I decided to leave Starmie behind as a sacrifice. Dragonite can easily finish him off with extreme speed. That means no need to worry about speed ties. And okay. Okay, and this trainer is oh, he has a snowboard. Green hair means snowboard for some reason. So that's definitely a swap out. And I'm gonna actually swap in Dragonite. Because Dragonite resists Cross Chop. However, because it's the strongest move that I can use against me, he will keep spamming it until he runs out of PP. So it has 3 more uses of Cross Chop. Now Gen 1 does not use PP, but Gen 2 does. It looks like it was a speed tie. So Porygon 2, I'm gonna swap in for Starmie. Because Porygon 2 knows Blizzard, and I just hope it doesn't freeze Starmie. And I'm gonna spam Psychic here because I want to get a special defense drop. As Porygon 2 is quite bulky. Good. Let's see if I get another speed drop. Special defense drop with Psychic. No, but that dealt a shit ton of damage. No freeze. No freeze. No freeze. And what is the last Pokemon? Wobbuffet. I don't have any toxic stallers, but I think I have a way to game this Wobbuffet. With Tyranitar, he will just assume that I will be hitting him for physical damage each time. Instead, I'll be damaging him with Stab, super effective Crunch, which takes a 2 times base power base 90 power to 180 off super effective to 270 off stab. Yeah. But Wobbuffet does not think that. Wobbuffet thinks, okay, I'm using a physical attacker, so I gotta use counter. So next Pokemon, okay, here it goes. Articuno can only be found on the level 50 floors. Zapdos can be found on most of these floors. I think Moltres is found near the end, though. But not the final level 100. So I'm just gonna spam Rock Slide because, believe it or not, Rock Slide off is base power 65. So 130 plus stab equals 205 damage. My next Pokemon is Heracross, and I've got the perfect Pokemon to deal with it, and it is my Dragonite. As he has Cross Chop and he has Mega Horn, which I want to deal with. It's interesting he chose to go with Mega Horn instead of Cross Chop, or because I think Cross Chop would be quad super effective, plus stab, so 6 times damage on a Tyranitar. But no, he does Mega Horn. And here, I'm just gonna stick the landing with my Dragonite because we're just about done. Oh yeah. Never mind. Dragonite has a Quick Claw. So I'm gonna go Outrage here because I'm either gonna 2-shot. And Iron Tail's 120 base damage, but 70% accurate. So I'm either gonna 2-shot with Outrage or deal substantial enough damage that I can swap in Starmie safely. So, yeah, that's how I like to strategize my setups. Alright. So our 5th battle, so these battles have been going pretty smoothly so far. So then why is there 10 more minutes left after this if they're going by pretty fast? So, we got Pokemon that Sandslash will, the only non-normal type move Sandslash knows is Earthquake. So naturally, I'm gonna swap them out for Dragonite and spam Surf with them. It's the exact same small pool of trainers every time you take on the levels, regardless of what trainer you fight. So I take Hyper Beam to the face, so I'm just gonna double down on Surfs. And Blastoise here, so knows Blizzard. So I gotta swap them out for Starmie, and hopefully no freeze hacks. And Thunderbolt, 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 Thunderbolt. And oh, wait, he's changing up. So Blizzard Spammy, he's using Earthquake, a move that deals neutral damage against Starmie. Huh. And he has a Gold Bear as well, but that doesn't matter. Thunderbolt should be able to finish him off. Now, depending on the Pokemon that we're facing, I will probably choose to stay in or... Alright, Skarmory. I'm staying in. Why? Because Starmie's Thunderbolt's super effective against Skarmory. I'm gonna swap out Starmie now for Tyranitar. I'm gonna hit it with Rock Slide because he's gonna move in with Steel Wing because it's the only move that's super effective against Tyranitar. But Steel Wing's base power is 50 plus stat is 165, which isn't that big a deal for a Tyranitar. Tries to Toxic, but doesn't work. And now... Round 6. Well, sure, let's go. Hiker Alexander wants to fight. Aerodactyl. Go Dragonite. I'm gonna go Surf. So yeah, I'm gonna go Dragonite, Surf. With extreme speed. And Wing Attack. And yeah. Snorlax does Rock Slide. He does a lot of different moves that could wreck my day. So, yeah, this stupid Snorlax. Gotta swap them out for you, Tyranitar. Should resist it. No, I don't resist Rock Slide. That's interesting. I'm gonna go Earthquake. He's going Earthquake. For super effective. And I'm gonna go Earthquake again because that he will finish the job. Oh, come on! Who's the next Pokemon? Well, okay, I can play around with that. Because, just like last time, Wobbuffet doesn't see Tyranitar as, oh, he's Rock Dark type. He might have Crunch. I should use Mirror Coat. No, he sees me as a physical fighter, first and foremost. And it will keep spamming plus being quad weak to Fire type, he'll spam counter over and over and over again. Even though in Gen 2, Crunch is not a physical move, but a special move. Now, if this was Gen 4, I'd be in trouble, as all my moves are physical. Would be physical. Note that Wobbuffet is the first non-legendary Pokemon to be banned from competitive play. Believe being thrust into Ubers in Gen 3 of all generations. And the reason why is due to the inclusion of abilities, and Wobbuffet has the ability Spell Tag, which prevents switch outs. So I take my chances with Tyranitar that'll hit for super effective damage on a rather frail Jinx. And luckily the Blizzard missed. The next Pokemon on the docket is Rhydon. Gonna swap in Dragonite for this one, because Rhydon will use Earthquake, and Dragonite, being part Flying type, is immune to Earthquake, ground type moves. So now I have to deal with Stab Rock Slide instead of Stab Earthquake. And of course, that's not even a critical hit, it's normal super effective damage, for Christ's sake. So how much damage will I do against Rhydon? Just enough to one-shot. Wow. So now I'm gonna have to use Outrage because I don't fully expect for Dragonite to survive. And I don't feel super confident swapping him out. Well, look, I land a critical hit Outrage. And he hits me back with Iron Tail with base power 120, and I barely survive. So that's the first 60 levels of the Pokemon Battle Tower in the books. Alright, and now we are going to go ahead and we're going to withdraw our next team for level 70, and I actually bolstered our and I decided to take the level 70 Marowak into battle, who's also a shiny. Though this is due to how shiny breeding works in Gen 1. Anyways, next time we are going to take on level 70 and above and try to wrap up the Battle Tower. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. With all out of the way, this is Mike Gorin sign out.